This is right though. It's the only known living relative of the giraffe. It also has some really interesting history, which is the reason why it's one of my favorites. I'm a good history fanatic. Those guys were called the African unicorn for so long by lots of cultures around here. Even the ancient Egyptians called it that. And it wasn't even acknowledged by the Western world until 1901. So a pretty recent discovery for the Western half here. Something up at the top of the hill that looks like a bongo, also called the ghost of the forest. It's hardly found out here too. Always celebrating Halloween, and it is an expert escape artist. But there are some large animals out here, and that one of them is a black rhino. Look at him trying to grab it. So the black rhino has what's called a prehensile upper lip, and it's an upper lip that comes to a point, and it's very, very strong. And that's what lets it rip at all these roots and these bushes, grabs at berries, all sorts of things. And prehensile is just a fancy word for finger leg. And check these guys out. Those look like, actually they look like females. They don't have any horns on them, and they must be greater kudu, the most deer-looking antelope that we have out here. And they have like 6 to 10 white stripes on their back, really separates them from deer. And overall, they're just really pretty antelope, some of the prettiest that we've got. You know what, I think we've seen enough antelope for a lifetime. We're gonna head over to the next spot. Should only take us about 4 days to get there, so feel free to get some shut-eye. I will wake you up. All right, wake up everybody. Time really flies when you're sleeping. Welcome to the Safi River Valley, home to some of the most famous aquatic creatures out here, just like the pink-backed pelican down there. We do have pelican out here, and they form such large groups that they are called colonial nesters. Look at those really large bills. Love the pinkbacks. But on the other side of the water, taking a little snooze, that is a Nile hippopotamus, and he's a cutie. Love that guy. But don't be fooled. He's one of the most powerful animals in Africa. They got 18-inch long teeth that they can fight with. Foot-long teeth on their lower jaws. And here's some more of them. Oh, this bird is hanging 10. Look at that guy.
Hey! Going for a good swim!
And that is where the game of Hungry Hungry Hippo was invented. Right there. So hippo love to eat leaves and grasses, things like that. They will graze up to 6 miles to get after their food.
Whoa!
They need a lot of it, guys. They can get up to somewhere around maybe 500 pounds, maybe even 800. There's one in the water. They love to sink to the bottom of the river and walk along the floor.
Yeah, I saw his little butt.
There's so many facts about hippo, I could go on and on, but overall they're just really well respected around here. Even the crocodile respect the hippo, guys. And speaking of which, just around the riverbed, those are Nile crocodiles.
The crocodile.
If you guys want to talk about a powerful bite, look no further. Their bite force is around 2,000 to 3,000 psi, one of the most powerful on planet Earth. That is over 3 times.
Have a good day, buddy.
Which means they can basically go after whatever they want to. They are mostly feeding on fish, though. It's about 70% of their diet. The other 30%, use your imagination. They are lightning fast animals. First of the ambush predators that we're going to see today.
They're surprisingly fast. Yeah.
And they need to have those quick reflexes for those fish. Because those fish are really slippery out here. And fish really react to movement really well, and that's why crocodile and alligators, things like that, they love to stay still for most of the time until they absolutely need to move. Now check out this tree to your right side. That's a big tree. Yeah. No, that's a baobab tree right there, folks. And the only reason I mention that tree is, number one, it's the biggest clue that we're about to enter the savannah. Welcome. But also, that tree is called the Tree of Life. And it gets that name for how much water it stores in its trunk there. Lots of animals like the elephant love to tap into those trees. And it's an excellent source of water during the drought season. So it's saving lives out here. Saving lives of these wildebeest, for example. Check out these guys.
Whoa, cool.
Now these wildebeest are basically staples of the savannah.
Oh, that's sweet.
They're everywhere. There's at least 1.5 million of them
Usually
in the world right now.
those
and they're
animals
traveling
get
up to
eaten a lot.
1,000 miles
Then they
every
get to
single
just
year
chill and
looking for
graze,
food
yeah.
and water. They're also the major reason why the grasses around here are so low to the ground. They're like walking lawnmowers for us. Haven't seen much maintenance out here at all thanks to those guys. A lot of people think they're just stampeding animals, which they are, but they're also very smart and they have some excellent organizational skills. For example, if they're all sleeping in a large group, they'll make sure they're facing the same direction, so that way if they have to bolt all of a sudden, they won't crash into each other. So they are smart out here. We also have cattle out here, another staple of the savannah. These are Ankole cattle, and they're seen as very sacred animals in quite a few cultures around here. Symbols of wealth and royalty. The more of these cattle that you have, the wealthier you are seen as. I have 0 cattle, but we're not going to worry about that. We're going to head over to the other side of the reserve. Yeah, these are termite mounds. I heard some of you mentioning those. They are made out of everything that you don't like. Saliva, mud, dung, you know, all the good stuff. They're not my favorite thing out here, but they're definitely my number 2, 100%.
Number 2.
That was the worst of the jokes out here.
That was an easy one.
Do you guys want to hear the best joke I have?
Yeah.
All right, here we go. How's it going, everybody? Safari so good? That was pretty bad. That was pretty bad. It's so bad that it's on a t-shirt that you can buy here. Just want to let you know. Feel free to head to one of our wonderful shops here at the Harambe Village and check that out. And naturally, Goofy's on that shirt. Yeah. Let's see. These animals are pretty,
Uncle Matt,
they
say
might
hi.
be going to bed right now, but we're going to see if we can find anything else. And there's your giraffe. All right, we can finish it off with some giraffe. Wonderful. So all these animals share one thing in common, even though they do look different, is that they really like to stick together. Out here, it's pretty unforgivable. Nowhere to hide really compared to before. So they're sticking together.
Wow.
They're fast, they're lean, they're mean, they're fight machines. They're also
Oh,
huge.
there's so many. That's a
Those
big
are
horse.
perfectly in time. I think they might be maybe heading out right there. That's a tower of giraffe. That's the name for a group of them. And these are Maasai giraffe, tallest land animals on the planet, and they're going for like 20 feet tall. Very curious animals. They're always sticking their heads in bushes, trees, rocks, sometimes in these trucks. It's a great time.
That's a big horse.
You guys might have seen that antelope over there too. That's an eland, and they don't get any bigger than that. That is the largest of the antelope. They're going for like 6 feet tall, just at the shoulder level there. But there is a larger animal, and that's going to be right up ahead here. Only one animal can knock over a tree like this. That is
Wow.
going to be the African elephant.
Hi, elephant.
And he's using his trunk for basically everything. He's gathering food with that thing, water. One of my favorite things elephants can do with their trunks is comfort their young ones. If they ever feel like their family's being threatened, they will kind of stick the little elephant in between their legs if it can fit, and they will like pet it with its trunk until the threat is gone. If the baby elephant is too big for that, they will just surround it in a big circle.
Wow.
So it's really cool. I love the way that they look after their young ones out here. They really live by the definition of it takes a village. And yeah, I could tell that was a male because he was alone. That's how you know. The females and the young ones are usually elsewhere. All grouped up. So let's see if we can find the females up ahead here. And overall, I think the elephants might just be my favorite animals out here on the reserve. They're basically the whole package, guys. They're very smart animals. They've got some of the best memories in the animal kingdom. Borderline photographic memories. The skippers on another river cruise around here will fill you in on those memories if you're more interested. They're also very strong too. 7 to 8 tons of muscle. They've got more muscles just in those trunks than we have in our entire bodies. They can rip like pieces of like bamboo and roots out of the ground really easily with those trunks. It's amazing. They can lift up logs with those things. They're basically power lifters. Here's another elephant up ahead. Let's try to get closer.
Wow.
You can see some discoloration at the top of her back there, and that's because she likes to throw dirt on her back to cool off really well. Especially right now, so they'll throw dirt on their backs and the rain will kind of turn it into a mud, and it's like the perfect sunblock. Yeah, here's a little tip for you. If you're going on another safari in the future to Africa, and you want to find out where elephants could be hiding, look for a place with a lot of land, a good source of water, and some really tall grasses. But another really good clue is that there's baobab trees everywhere. Elephant love baobab trees. Mostly because during the drought season, it's like a water fountain, basically. It's really nice. That's a little tip for you.
Like driving through the water right now.
Well, look at this on the opposite side of the size scale. Check these guys out. These are greater
Flamingos.
the lightest pink of the flamingo species. They're getting all that color from their diet as well. So all the fish and shrimp that they eat contains something called carotene, turns those feathers pink over time. It's that gorgeous flamboyance you see right there. These two are arguing about what they want for dinner. There you go.
Pretty bird, pretty bird.
If you look really carefully at their legs, you're gonna see that there's a number on there. My favorite one is 22. I call her Taylor Swift. But also, more importantly, check out that their legs kind of bent the wrong way, right? That's like their knees are reversed or something like that. And that's because that's actually their ankle bone. Their foot starts halfway down their leg. Here's another elephant on your left. I'm gonna go pulley for you. That means